I get this question all the time. What are the best exercises? Are Brahms' exercises good? What about Haydn, Schmidt, Köhler, and all the other composers who were creating exercises? Should you even practice exercises at all? In this video, I want to clear up a big misconception. There is no magic exercise that will fix all your problems. Whenever you see a title like the best piano exercise or epic finger strength workout, well, let's say just a little bit of an overstatement. So if you want to become a great pianist, you need to develop skills, not just grind through particular exercises. I'll explain exactly what that means in a moment, but first, let's figure out what is an exercise, really. Did you know that Johann Sebastian Bach used the word exercise or Klavierübung to describe most of his keyboard music? And he had a point actually, because any piece you practice properly is an exercise. If you focus on good technique and expression, you're training your hands and your musicality at the same time. But with the rise of concert hall and a growing audience hungry for flashy performances in the 19th century, piano playing became about virtuosity, big, fast, powerful playing. Pianos got louder, heavier, and more durable. And this was a good thing because musicians like Ferenc Liszt were notoriously famous for being able to destroy 2 grand pianos within one piano recital. So this led to a flood of technical exercises and etudes designed to build extreme technical skill. Luckily, composers like Chopin and Liszt realized that technique needs to serve music, not just acrobatics. They infused their etudes with deep beauty and poetry, making them both technical and artistic masterpieces. So the question, are technical exercises worth it? The short answer, it depends. If you just play Haydn over and over for months, you're only training your fingers. And piano playing is so much more than just finger movement. But exercises can be useful, and especially for teachers actually. Since Haydn, for example, is so simple and repetitive, students can learn the notes instantly, which lets a teacher focus on how to play, giving, for example, 10 different tips on efficiency rather than waiting for a student to memorize a full piece. That said, what you have to keep in mind if you play, for example, Haydn exercises, that modern pianos are up to 10 times heavier than the ones Haydn was writing for. So the way we approach these exercises has to evolve too, because many people ask me like, why Denis, you're teaching using the whole arm when Haydn himself has written in his book that you must only barely use your fingers? Well, the reason is simple. We have a different piano. We have to approach it differently, otherwise we will just destroy our hands and not realize our full potential as musicians. And actually, even basic exercises like Haydn can be a great tool for teaching expressiveness, control, and coordination if used correctly. On the other hand, Brahms exercises are absolutely beautiful. And they are totally different, of course. And they are great for building flexibility and strength, especially for romantic music. That's why actually I created a course on Haydn and Brahms exercises, because they provide a fast way to share universal technical tips in all the similar patterns. There is also a smarter approach for learning technique through music actually. For example, if you want to improve your scales and arpeggios, you might just play excerpts from Bach, Mozart, and Beethoven. If you need to master some double notes, try Schumann or Chopin. Want insane octaves? Liszt is your guy. That's the approach I love as well, and that's why in my most comprehensive course on technique efficiency, we actually practice spots from real piano pieces and not just exercises. So if you are interested, check it out. I'm also really excited to announce a brand new bonus section in my course. The fantastic composer Frederick wrote a set of studies exclusively for my course, and they are absolutely beautiful. More importantly, he has an incredible sense of what's pianistic, meaning that these studies are both enjoyable to play and incredibly effective for developing essential piano playing skills. So if you want to improve as quickly and effectively as possible, the actual exercise you choose matters less than how you practice. Here are the key things. Number 1, how you play it. The habits you develop are crucial, and that's why finding a great teacher makes a huge difference. I know it's really hard to find someone who is experienced in setting up technique, and this is especially a very painful topic, understands musicality, gives top-notch stylistic advice, is affordable, and isn't a terrible person overall. But even a few months with the right teacher can save you years of struggle, so don't hesitate to keep looking for a nice person. And nowadays we are in the online world where you can actually find a teacher remotely, and this is much better than nothing. Number 2, diversity of material. A great pianist needs a well-rounded technique. For example, Heinrich Neuhaus, one of the greatest piano teachers ever, categorized technique into a few key areas. And I have actually made a special video about Heinrich Neuhaus and his approach, so check it out here. So those key areas are scales, arpeggios, double notes, chords, leaps, and polyphonic music. So when planning your practice, make sure you're developing all the technical skills, not just one or two. So the best approach isn't to spend, let's say, 6 months struggling with a single super difficult etude. Instead, focus on pieces you can master in a couple of weeks or within a month, rotating them regularly and gradually increasing the level. And the third point is music first, always. The moment you got the notes right and hand coordination figured out, ask yourself, how do I make music out of this? What's the character? What phrasing, articulation, or dynamics can bring it to life? Let me know in the comments, please, what's your favorite approach to developing piano playing technique? Let's discuss in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out my courses following the link in the description.